Really wanted to find out who my father was, and for the case not to go how I was planning it, I really thought it was going to go different than what it was, but well, I really feel like it should have been over with because I heard that Jay-Z probably was my father when I was 8 years old. My mom came up to me and was like, "Hey Rob, you know I got something to tell you. That's your dad for real. You don't just say this type of person is your father, Jay-Z." It is important that I know who my biological father is. I don't know how he's feeling. Like I would hope he would think about.
It seems like Jay-Z might have more hidden secrets than anyone realized. And this latest one is hitting close to home. Reports suggest that his daughter, Blue Ivy, does not want to be involved at all in this situation. The story began when claims surfaced that Jay-Z has been trying hard to keep his alleged estranged son, Rymir Satwait, out of the public eye. Initially, many thought the controversy was mainly about Rymir's mother being very young when these events took place. However, it now appears that the situation is far more complicated than anyone first imagined. For those catching up, the drama started when Rymir came forward, claiming that Jay-Z is his biological father. His late mother, Wanda Satwait, reportedly became pregnant back in 1992 and had to face the challenges alone. Before she passed away, she signed an affidavit shared with the Daily Mail, explaining that she met Jay-Z through a mutual friend, and that night they ended up at his aunt's apartment in Brooklyn. Although protection was reportedly used, something went wrong, which led to Rymir's birth.
She met Jay-Z and had intercourse with him. How old was she?
I would say I think she was about 16, 17, or 16, just turning 16 or 17. I know it was one of them.
And Jay-Z was what age?
I wouldn't happen to know. I think was he in his 20s?
I read 22.
Oh, yeah.
I think I read 22, but he was in his 20s.
Yes, I wouldn't happen to know his age, but 22, I'm pretty sure if they put that out there, then that's what his age was.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just want to point out to our audience that Jay-Z having sex with a minor would make that child rape because she was underage at the time. And then furthermore, the fact that he took her from one state to another state, I imagine would be in a violation of state laws.
Wow.
So moving forward.
Before Rymir spoke out publicly, his mother Wanda had spent years trying to reach Jay-Z, but it was reportedly very difficult to get through to him. Because of this, she listed her then-boyfriend, Robert Graves, as Rymir's father on the birth certificate. After their relationship ended, that connection was removed, and Wanda continued seeking answers from Jay-Z. She even tried to pursue child support, but the case was reportedly dismissed due to legal obstacles. The situation dragged on until her passing in 2019. After that, Rymir stepped in and began pushing for the truth himself. Despite claims that Jay-Z avoided him, Rymir persisted, with his godmother Lily Colley saying he was even once open to a paternity test. Legal complications later caused delays, but Rymir and Lily remained determined to continue fighting for answers.
It seemed that Jay-Z, via his people, were willing to work something out behind the scenes, and then all of a sudden that stopped. Why? Why do you think that he is refusing to take a paternity test and stopped, working with you all behind the scenes? What was driving that, in your opinion?
Well, part of it was a rumor that was told that he didn't like the fact that this particular case was in the public. And he had a problem with Rymir putting it in the public, which was not Rymir, was his mother. So basically, in a nutshell, I just believe that was a big part of it. He didn't like the fact that it was in public. There was a time that Mr. Carter was trying to resolve the matter in the very beginning, and he was doing it in the best interest of Rymir. And then somewhere he left his heart and started thinking with his head.
Do you think part of it is because Wanda was 16?
Yeah, well, definitely that's the big part of it. The allegations that we have, that the affidavit says that Wanda was 16 and he was 22. That's in Wanda's own words.
Right.
So therefore, that would be something that would make some people uncomfortable.
Right. Well, it's a crime. But for the record, you did tell me that Wanda told you that she did tell Jay-Z that she was of legal age. Is that true?
Right. She did tell me that she told him she was 18 or something, whatever.
The situation reportedly grew even darker over time. Lily, Rymir's godmother, said that after they refused to drop the case, both she and Rymir began noticing unusual and unsettling activity around them. They claimed they were being followed by people they described as armed, which made the situation feel even more threatening. Rymir reportedly went to the police for help, but according to their accounts, nothing ever came of it. At one point, Rymir tried to trace his family history using a DNA service, hoping it would reveal connections and answers, but the process reportedly didn't go as expected, and he never received the results he was looking for. Interestingly, this strategy had been used before by another woman, Letitia Messo, who also claimed to be Jay-Z's daughter. She reportedly used an ancestry test to prove the connection but stopped speaking about it after allegedly being paid off. Rymir hoped the same approach might finally uncover the truth, but he believes the process was interfered with, leaving him even more suspicious. Lily also claimed that Beyonce's attitude changed after Blue Ivy was born. She reportedly wanted to keep the situation private to avoid public questions and potential damage to the family's image. According to these claims, concerns about Blue Ivy and past rumors, including connections to other women, contributed to the secrecy and why the situation has remained unresolved for so many years.
We had to go to the police about several things. There's people, like you said, came up to the property. Some of them knocked on Rymir's window. They wanted Rymir to drop the case. This was like early on. There's been a lot of what they call intimidation.
I comment. That's basically say they didn't give me my paperwork back. Like, you know, I did the swab and spit in it and then get sent it to them. And when I called to try to get my information, basically it was an error, and I never heard of that.
There was an error. They wouldn't give you your paperwork.
Yeah, they won't give me my paperwork from Ancestry.com. Now you have people saying use 23andMe, and I just want people to know, like, the courts got my DNA. So if they wanted to test my DNA, for me just to keep spending all this money, these guys can test it. It's Jay-Z and them, you know, and I'm just the judges. They have everything they need. So obviously I'm not out of the fight, and I won't stop. It's not just about no Jay-Z. I'm not just chasing Jay-Z. That's not what it's about. My mom passed away fighting this case until she was gone. So that's more.
Reports say that Blue Ivy became aware of the situation after Rymir filed a federal lawsuit in California, claiming that Jay-Z is his biological father. In the lawsuit, he accused Jay-Z of fraud, hiding evidence, causing emotional distress, and avoiding a paternity test. Rymir said he wanted DNA testing to find clarity and closure, while also highlighting concerns about his mother's circumstances at the time. Jay-Z's lawyers denied the claims and asked the court to dismiss the case, calling the accusations false. Eventually, Rymir dropped the lawsuit, but the matter was far from settled. Rumors suggest that learning about this changed Blue Ivy's perspective. She had long seen her parents as highly respected, but these allegations, combined with other past rumors about Jay-Z, reportedly made her question things. Some say she has started distancing herself and might be rethinking her relationship with her parents. While nothing has been officially confirmed, moments like Jay-Z sharing in a GQ interview how Blue supported him during the legal battle show a complicated mix of loyalty and tension. Online reactions remain divided, with some believing more is being kept secret.
Believe that Beyonce may have been one of the reasons why there wasn't a resolution.
I do believe that. Like in the very beginning, they didn't have a daughter, and there was seemed like we were understanding there was complications in getting conceived, etc.
Right.
And I felt like that would make some women, and seem like for her, she would fit that bill, uncomfortable about him having a fully grown son with a talent.
Right.
So I do believe that she had a problem. If it was true, she would have a problem with the fact that Rymir was in the picture or coming in the picture, because that was a vulnerable time.
Right.
But clearly now, 10 years later, 12 years later, you would think somebody would say, hey, let's just get this.
The reactions to this situation kept growing as people began looking at the bigger picture, instead of just focusing on one part of the story. It wasn't only about whether Rymir's claims were true. Many people started questioning how everything had been handled over the years and why it never reached a clear conclusion. Questions arose about why a simple DNA test, which could have settled things quickly, reportedly never happened in a straightforward way. Delays, legal obstacles, and failed attempts at testing made some viewers suspicious, creating the sense that the matter was being avoided rather than addressed openly. Others considered the family side of things. Even if only a small part of the claims is accurate, it could deeply affect real relationships behind closed doors. Growing up in the public already brings pressure, and unresolved allegations like this could easily create tension at home. There's also the question of public image. Jay-Z and Beyonce have built a brand representing success, control, and stability, and situations like this, whether proven or not, can complicate that image. At the same time, many people remain unconvinced, believing there isn't enough solid evidence, and seeing the story as another case of fame amplifying accusations. Despite all the debate, one thing is clear. This conversation isn't going away anytime soon. Every interview, appearance, and detail is being analyzed, while Rymir continues his search for answers, leaving a lasting impact on how the public views everything connected to this story.
Well, it's your boy Ramirez here. I just want to get on here and let everybody know the updates, what's going on. It's been a crazy couple weeks, y'all. I want to let y'all know that I have not stopped my fight. You know, I did withdraw my case. It's for a reason, y'all. It's not because I'm stopping with it or not going to refile it or anything like that. It's just a lot going on behind closed doors. That's only one case that we withdrew for right now. But it's a lot going on. You know how this industry works. These judges, these lawyers, these high celebrity people, they try to use all different types of tactics and call it what you want, bully tactics and different types of stuff to, you know, slow it down and just change the narrative. So it's like, hey, we got to step back and play chess, not checkers. So we sitting back and we just observing everything right now. I just ask y'all to keep the support. Keep the support. I have not gotten any DNA tests. I have not gotten any settlement.
Rymir continues to push his story, standing firmly by what he says is the truth, refusing to back down even after facing legal setbacks. On the other side, Jay-Z's team strongly denies all the accusations and calls them baseless. Right in the middle of this, the public watches closely, trying to make sense of what is really happening. What makes the situation even more intense is how long it has been going on. According to the claims, it stretches back decades, involving Rymir's mother, past legal attempts, and years of alleged silence. When a story drags on this long without resolution, people naturally ask more questions, and those questions keep circulating. Proof is another big issue. A DNA test is often seen as the only thing that could settle the matter once and for all. The fact that it hasn't happened clearly or publicly keeps speculation alive. Online discussions are full of assumptions, second-hand accounts, and interpretations that may not reflect the full story, making the situation feel almost impossible to untangle. For Jay-Z and Beyonce, this attention adds pressure, whether the claims are true or not. Even unproven stories can affect their public image, especially when they involve family. For Blue Ivy, growing up in the spotlight already brings challenges, and personal matters being debated publicly create extra tension. The public remains curious, constantly analyzing interviews, claims, and even silence, while the full truth remains uncertain.